the main event here on NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Fitting that it would feature the self-proclaimed greatest man to ever live, A-Double Austin Aries.
Yeah, Todd, how lucky are these fans in attendance and the millions watching at home to see a match with the greatest man that ever lived? I mean, think about how lucky that is. That's not just the greatest man alive today. That's the greatest man of all time. That's George Washington. That's Alexander the Great. They are nothing compared to Austin Aries.
One individual I don't think believes that A-Double is that great. You'll recall weeks ago it was Scorpio Sky who Austin Aries decided to make an impact when he first came into NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, laid him out in the back, and this has been quite a rivalry ever since.
That's right, Scorpio Sky. I mean, he just fell victim to Austin Aries' opportunistic instinct, and you know, I mean, he's been fighting back ever since then. But I mean, this is a match that is a very quick pinfall attempt, and this match was almost over before it even began.
Yeah, in Excalibur, you'll recall that it was Aries, after suffering a loss to Scorpio Sky, challenged him to a series of matchups. Thus far, Scorpio Sky is up 1-0. Does that give him any kind of mental edge going into this?
Well, you know, the thing is, I've been in the ring with both of these men in the past, and let me tell you, Austin Aries is as cool as a cucumber when it comes to professional wrestling. There's very little that gets under his skin. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy inside the ring, but he never, ever lets his opponent ruffle his feathers. So I think Scorpio Sky, if he has an advantage in this match, it's relatively minor.
If Sky is able to secure 2 consecutive victories, though, I think you can consider those feathers are going to be ruffled.
Well, that remains to be seen. But I mean, right now, Austin Aries is at the mercy of Scorpio Sky, and Scorpio Sky not only has Austin Aries right where he wants him, he has the crowd playing into him too. So I mean, these fans love what Scorpio Sky is doing to Austin Aries, but Austin Aries turned the tables just that quickly.
Well, he is so technically sound inside that ring. Just like you said, he can turn it around just like that, uses leverage, no wasted motion by Austin Aries when he's in there.
Ruthless efficiency, that's how I would describe it. I mean, he is just, it's an economy of movements for Austin Aries. Exert as little energy as possible in order to achieve the most potent result.
Incredible reversal there. It started with the bridge, able to escape, and then into the beautiful drop kick.
Austin Aries, he's done that move countless times before, but every time he surprises his opponent with it. It's such an unorthodox attack, but he uses it to such great effect.
And everything that Austin Aries does inside that ring, he does so with a specific purpose. He balks the ears there. Again, you know that he knows that Scorpio Sky loves to take it to the air and really attacking the equilibrium there.
That's right. I mean, Scorpio Sky's high flying is probably his greatest asset in this matchup. And to be able to take Austin Aries, or for Austin Aries to be able to neutralize that from Scorpio Sky, but there you see Scorpio Sky leaving his feet, catching him with that back elbow. Scorpio Sky, his equilibrium, not quite as effective as I think Austin Aries might like, as he's just laying in those shots to Aries' forehead in the corner. And the big 10th shot to the face of Austin Aries.
Great crowd here at the Showcase Theater. Counting in unison, down goes Aries, now into the cover, only a count of 2.
Austin Aries very lucky to kick out there after he just ate 10 consecutive shots to the face from Scorpio Sky. And Scorpio Sky, one of his big idols is the great pugilist Muhammad Ali. And I mean, Scorpio Sky he's studied the tapes of Muhammad Ali to really mimic his form. He spent time in boxing gyms, so you know the right hand of Scorpio Sky is a potent weapon in his arsenal.
Certainly is, yeah. He's got dynamite in those hands.
And there we see another big shot as Aries tied up in the corner, just trying anything to escape away from Scorpio Sky, now turning the tables on him.
Wow, what a strike there in the corner, echoing off the walls here of the Showcase Theater. Both men really know how to dissect the body of their opponents as well. Both really well adept to submission holds. We've seen Scorpio use that armbar hanging over the ropes for added leverage. Of course, the figure 8 submission hold has been very effective here on this program by Austin Aries.
But you know what? Right now, we're not seeing a lot of effective wrestling by Austin Aries. We're seeing a lot of desperation. And, you know, it's surprising. I think Scorpio Sky's got him against the ropes. And, you know, for these two men, this being the second time that they've wrestled here, you know, I'm a bit surprised to see Austin Aries taken aback as much as he is by Scorpio Sky. Perhaps he could be playing possum.
Perhaps not to disagree with the point you made earlier on, but did that previous loss perhaps affect the psyche of Austin Aries? Just a little bit, at least.
You know, it might have. I mean, you know, I've never wrestled Austin Aries in a series of matches, so I don't know what his behavior would be like.
And folks, I'm told we've got to go to a break. This main event continues right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Both competitors now heading back inside the squared circle. They were battling on the outside all throughout the break, Excalibur.
All over the place. This theater was very nearly shaken to its foundation, but Austin Aries right now is shaken to his foundation. I have to stand corrected. It does look like his feathers have been ruffled by Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky has been in control almost for the entirety of this matchup, and Austin Aries is, I mean, it's going to take a miracle for him to come back.
Here's the cover again, center of the ring. Yeah, I got to believe that Scorpio Sky has been able to more effectively execute his game plan to that point.
But there we see, that could be the opening that Austin Aries needs. Scorpio Sky went for that knee drop. Austin Aries moved out of the way, nobody home, so Scorpio Sky, I mean, he came from about 5.5 feet in the air, just crashing down entirely on his knee, and his knee just was driven into the canvas. And, you know, as we spoke about before, Scorpio Sky's high flying is his greatest asset. And so, I mean, that knee could just completely change Scorpio's. Oh.
It gave out there. Could not hold the body weight of Scorpio when he came down.
He recovered nicely, though. He did catch Aries in the corner with that elbow shot. I mean, that might not have been what Scorpio Sky was looking for. But, oh, yeah, we see shaking the kinks out of it.
Might have temporarily popped out of, might have dislocated there and popped back in. Hard to say for sure. But Scorpio Sky able to keep a vertical base, at least at this point. But if he is compromised there in terms of his knee, you got to know that Austin Aries only a matter of time before he's going to look to exploit that weakness.
Let me tell you, I've had knee injuries before. I've had knee surgery before. It is not a fun thing to have during a wrestling match, especially to have happen in a wrestling match where you're in a best-of-3 series with somebody like Austin Aries. So Scorpio Sky needs to be very careful. I mean, you know, he might consider, I mean, if his knee gets any worse, might consider losing this battle in order to come back and be healthy for match 3.
Yep, live to fight another day. I don't think that Scorpio is programmed to work that way, though. He wants the victory here tonight.
Now Austin Aries bringing Scorpio Sky back up to his feet. He's got that knee through the ropes and just guillotined it over the middle rope. That left knee of Scorpio Sky has got to be hyperextended right now.
Well, we might see a count out here. Look out, Aries. Blood in the water, and he is the shark, smelling it all over Scorpio on the outside.
Austin Aries just soaking in the, I don't want to quite call it adulation, but whatever you would describe this reaction from these people in Hollywood. I mean, they don't want to see Scorpio Sky hurt, but they do have to appreciate the type of daring do that Austin Aries just displayed.
You talked about the series continuing on. I mean, not to look ahead of this matchup, but do you think at this point the confidence of Aries, and he may not only look for the victory here, but dish out more punishment to try and help ensure victory if there is a rubber match?
That's exactly Austin Aries' MO. He is a chess master. He's looking 2 moves ahead. So not only is he looking how to win this match right now, but he's looking at how to inflict the most punishment on Scorpio Sky in order to ensure his victory in the 3rd matchup.
Yeah, he is. He is absolutely a master of the human game of chess inside that ring.
Austin Aries taking it upon himself as he just continues to dismantle Scorpio Sky here in this matchup.
And he is all over Scorpio Sky. Revenge on his mind. You got to think that loss to Scorpio did not sit well, but wow, he is just brimming with confidence. Can't turn your back, though, on Scorpio Sky.
Now we talk about his feathers. They might have been ruffled earlier, but I'd say he's got some water, he's got some pomade, and he smoothed those feathers back right now. as he sweeps out the leg of Scorpio Sky for that single leg takedown, just dragging him by the left knee, and that is the injured leg of Scorpio Sky as he flips up and over the top, continuing to work on hyperextending that knee of Scorpio Sky.
We talked about that he would exploit that weakness, and obviously it's getting the Sky. You see the death. Wow! Boy, that's a good way to blow out a knee there, Excalibur.
You know, I mean, there are so many ways for your knee to be injured, from the side, from the top, from the bottom, from the back. And I think Austin Aries has just done, I mean, he's attacked every part of Scorpio Sky's knee. So, I mean, it might have started out as perhaps an MCL injury, but now it's got to be a PCL, an ACL. I mean, Scorpio Sky's kneecap is going to float around the back and is going to be somewhere in the back of his thigh by the end of this matchup.
Yeah, that's not going to do it any favors either. Isolated the knee and that drop kick in the corner. That knee of Scorpio Sky might as well be on a dissection pan. It is getting picked apart by A-Double.
Look at how he's clutching onto those ropes. They're his lifeline, and right now, pulling down the ropes. Referee says it's not a disqualification. It was his own momentum that carried him over the top. But Scorpio Sky went over, hit the pescado on Austin Aries, and slams his face into the ring apron on the outside.
Hard-fought contest here in our main event, the type of action you can expect from the NWA each and every week. Here's the cover.
Hook of the leg, only a 2 count from referee Rick Knox. Austin Aries knows he's in some serious trouble, retreating to the outside, making Scorpio Sky follow him around with that injured knee, making Scorpio Sky exert himself, put more pressure on that knee than he'd not necessarily like to.
Excellent point. Absolutely. Austin Aries is such a ring general. He knows how to use the ring to his advantage.
He's got him up for the brainbuster, but no, Scorpio Sky reverses. Release German suplex.
Turned Aries inside out, but again, that knee has been compromised. That might have been all that Sky had left in the tank. Unable to capitalize and cover here. He could have gotten the win.
To do a move like that, a German suplex, you have to exert a lot of downward pressure on your legs. So Scorpio Sky put almost all of his entire body weight and Austin Aries' body weight on his knee.
Is that knee going to hold up? Springboard into the crossbody. Here's the hook of the leg. Wow.
Very nearly a 3 count, but Scorpio Sky, you could see after that springboard adjusting his knee pad. And I mean, he's trying to do these moves that come natural to him. These splashes, these high-flying attacks, but you can't with an injured knee. You have to almost just completely wrestle a completely different game plan.
Oh, look, isolating the knee here, but no, comes up with a pinning come now. Look at this.
He's got him in the knee bar. The knee bar in the center of the ring. Austin Aries, he's reaching, but I mean, he is just a bit more than an arm's length away from the bottom rope.
What a beautiful transition by Scorpio Sky to come up with a knee bar, but again, expert in ring awareness there. Aries makes it to the rope.
Austin Aries, his ring generalship is second to none here in the NWA and just in professional wrestling in general. Austin Aries is, I mean, it's up for debate that he's the greatest man that ever lived, but he has got to be one of the smartest, if not the smartest wrestler that's ever lived.
Yeah, I won't debate you on that. That's for certain. But again, out of the way there, Sky's knee goes right into the corner. Here comes Aries. Wow, what a drop kick in the corner.
Just erasing the face of Scorpio Sky with that drop kick in the corner. He's got him up. Brainbuster.
Center of the ring. Could that do it? Here's the hook. He's going to even it up. 1 win apiece. No.
Scorpio Sky somehow had the wherewithal, the presence of mind to kick out of that brainbuster. But now Austin Aries, oh, look at this.
Yep, he's got him hooked. Figure 8, and after what the knee has been through, you got to think it's only a matter of time here before Scorpio Sky has got to submit.
Scorpio Sky, but he is in the dead center of the ring. But, I'm not sure Scorpio Sky knows the words give up. Look at this. He's trying everything he can. He's grabbing Austin Aries. He's fighting. He's throwing those hard right hands, trying to force Aries to break the hold.
Oh, he is able to escape there with strikes. But, oh, look he is in a bad way.
The damage has been done.
Certainly has. And now you got to think Aries just moments away now, perhaps from putting him away. The damage, as you mentioned, has been done. How can he finish Sky at this point?
Of course he's got to go after the knee, but I mean, there's so many ways for Austin Aries to go after the knee. I think it's impossible for Scorpio Sky to defend. I mean, just think about the figure 4 leg lock, a scorpion death lock. The figure 8, there's the knee bar. There's so many things. things that Austin Aries could do to the knee of Scorpio Sky. How can he possibly defend against them all?
He's going to go for it again. Momentarily there. Again, looking for revenge after that previous loss. It was like cat and mouse. He was toying with his prey and right back into this figure eight submission hold.
Figure eight in the center of the ring. You notice Austin Aries, he even dragged Scorpio Sky away from the ropes. The great ring awareness coming into play, the great submission wrestling, and you can see not only is Aries using his upper body to wrench down on the knees, he's using his lower body too with his right leg draped over the right leg of Scorpio Sky. Look at the immense amount of pain on the face of Scorpio Sky.
Absolute agony. He may pass out from the pain here.
And you notice his shoulders were down. He was very close to getting counted out.
The referee has called for it here. And I got to think the right decision.
Rick Knox has the best interest of the wrestlers here in the NWA in mind, but that's not good enough for Austin Aries. He's thinking to the next match. 1 move ahead, 2 moves ahead, 3 moves ahead. He is going to disable Scorpio Sky for their 3rd contest.
Trying to ensure victory moving forward, but here comes Hollywood's own Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan with a chair to scare off Austin Aries, and I think that's just about the only thing that would have prevented Austin Aries from inflicting some permanent damage to the knee of Scorpio Sky.
I think Austin Aries was out not only looking to win this series, which he has tied up, 1 win apiece. I think he was looking to shorten it, perhaps not end the career of Scorpio Sky with that.
But you know what, Todd? Look at the face of Austin Aries as he walks out. That is smug satisfaction. He knows that Scorpio Sky is going to be in bad shape the 3rd time around. Joey Ryan and the NWA officials attending to Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky having some serious problems getting up to his feet.
And after that, again, Austin Aries challenged to a series. Will Scorpio Sky even want another matchup after what happened with his leg in this one? We'll find out. Folks, we'll see you next week.